Michael Jackson, who was he? Michael Jackson, also referred to as the King of Pop, was an influential American dancer, singer, and composer. Jackson rose to prominence as the lead vocalist of the Jackson 5, a well-known Motown group, as a youngster. Michael later had an astoundingly successful solo career, including #1 singles from the albums Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. Jackson faced numerous accusations of child molestation in his final years. Just before beginning a return tour, he overdosed and passed away in 2009 at the age of 50. In Gary, Indiana, on August 29, 1958, Michael Joseph Jackson was born. At age 5, Jackson started a singing career with the support of his father. Jackson's mother, Katherine Jackson, was a devoted Jehovah's Witness and a stay-at-home mom. Joseph Jackson, his father, had been a guitarist who gave up music to support his family as a crane operator. Joseph encouraged his sons to be successful in the background. He was apparently also violent with them at times. Jackson is one of 10 children. 9 of his siblings have achieved success in the music business, including Rebby, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, LaToya, Marlon, Randy, and Janet. Early in the 1960s, Joseph, who thought his sons had talent, put them together to form a band that would ultimately be known as the Jackson 5. Tito, Jermaine, and Jackie Jackson, Jackson's older brothers, were the original members of the Jackson family performing group. When he was 5 years old, Jackson joined his siblings and quickly became the lead vocalist. For such a young actor, he displayed impressive depth and variety, captivating audiences with his ability to express nuanced emotions. The trio, which later changed its name to the Jackson 5, also included older brother Marlon. Jackson and his siblings practiced and perfected their act for countless hours. The Jackson 5 initially performed at small venues and gained a sizable fan base. They only released one single, Big Boy, with the B-side You've Changed, and it did not receive much attention. The Jackson 5 later performed as the opening act for R&B musicians like Sam and Dave, Gladys Knight and the Pips, and James Brown. Many of these artists were signed to the illustrious Motown record label, and Berry Gordy eventually became interested in the Jackson 5. Early in 1969, Gordy signed the group to his label after being impressed by them. Jackson and his siblings relocated to Los Angeles, where they initially settled in with Gordy and Diana Ross of the Supremes. In August 1969, the Jackson 5 made their debut in the music business at a special event. The quintet later served as the Supremes' opening act. The single from their debut album, Diana Ross Presents the Jackson 5, I Want You Back, peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 list shortly after its release in December 1969. The chart-topping singles ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There shortly followed. Under the direction of Gordy and his Motown staff, Jackson and the Jackson 5 kept up a rigorous touring and recording schedule for several years. The band attained such fame that they even produced a cartoon series of the same name that lasted from 1971 to 1972. Jackson started his solo career at the same time. Despite the group's enormous success, there was unrest developing in the background. Gordy and Joseph's disagreement over the career management of his children grew as a result of the Jacksons' desire for greater creative control over their output. In 1976, the trio formally dissolved their relationship with Motown, while Jermaine stayed on to pursue a solo career. The trio, now going by the name Jacksons, agreed to a new recording contract with Epic Records. The brothers had established themselves as gifted songwriters by the time their third album for the label, Destiny, was released in 1978. The Jacksons as a unit benefited from the immensely favorable reception to Jackson's 1979 solo album Off the Wall. more than 1 million copies of Triumph, 1980, were sold, and the brothers embarked on a lengthy tour in promotion of the album. Jackson kept looking for more ways to strike out on his own at the same time. To promote the album Triumph, Jackson and his brothers went on their farewell tour in 1983. The recording's lone big hit was Michael Jackson and Mick Jagger's duet State of Shock.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video.